Are you ready now?
That was awesome.
Are you ready now? I'm going to work today with a set of pom-poms, or I'm going to do a cartwheel, something like that.
We got to get a step team going at the station.
We got to.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning. We are so excited to be here. I'm Monica Day from NBC4 today. And you know, I try to get y'all up and going in the mornings, but what I need is not one but two bands. That's what we need to really get it going.
And that's what we had. So another round of applause for the East High School Tigers and the Whetstone Braves.
Yes.
I don't think the teachers are up yet. I don't think the administrators are up yet. I don't think the dignitaries are up. So let's all stand up and kick off this morning. Round of applause. We got to get that energy flowing. We got to get you pumped up. I'm pumped. Are you pumped, Monica?
Listen, there's no way that you are not pumped after you hear those bands coming down through the aisles and feel the energy in this room. We are talking back to school with some of the greatest teachers, administrators, and faculty in the state of Ohio and in the nation.
Woo! Okay, so let me stop talking before I introduce myself. I'm Darlene Hill. I know Monica is on in the morning. I'm on in the evenings at 4 and 5 with Mark Taylor and Colleen Marshall. And of course, I always say Mike Jackson because he's still, of course, in our thoughts and prayers after suffering a stroke some while ago. So keep thinking about him as well. So we are so happy to be here, as Monica said, with all of you. It's about, you guys got us outnumbered. It's about 9,000 of you, closer to 10,000, yes. Right? And we just want to say thank you so much for being who you are, because we can talk about a Monica Day, Darlene Hill, we can talk about our Oprah, a Bill Gates, a Robert Smith, who just paid off all of the all tuition there for Morehouse men. But there would be none of them without you, teachers.
That's it. The teachers are what makes a difference. And when you talk about a school district that is ready to do some amazing things, it is CCS. The programs that we have, the students that we have, these are the next generations of leaders and innovators. These kids are going to change the world. Now, we heard that it's been almost a decade since you've all been together in one room. I can't believe it.
That? And you're not ready to party and kick this off?
Let's do it. Are y'all awake? I don't know if y'all are awake. Are you up? You better be up tomorrow.
You've got to be up tomorrow.
Game time.
You've got to be up tomorrow. That is it.
I know the school bus drivers were up because they were transporting everybody here flawlessly.
I mean, and we're talking about everybody, from the custodians to the faculty, from the counselors to classroom, everybody. Stand up. Again, I got to get you guys up. If you're not, look.
Get up.
Teachers celebrate the principals celebrate the custodians. If you don't want to stand up for yourselves, stand up for the next person sitting next to you.
And stand up for the kids.
And stand up for the kids. We're talking 51,000 strong in this system, so.
And I'll tell you what else was strong. The support from the community for the Stuff the Backpack campaign.
Absolutely, because last year we started out with one district and 50,000 backpacks. This time, we expanded that program to Franklin and Licking County schools, and we stuffed the backpacks for thousands and thousands and thousands of kids. Yeah. We showed on the news yesterday how 1,700 backpacks went out to kids out there in Bexley. Where did you go? In Newark.
We had people coming to pick up backpacks from school districts like New Albany, where a lot of people think they don't have problems. They don't have kids that go without, but they do. It happens in every single school district. And we are so happy that it started with UCCS and is expanding. Next year, it's going to expand even more. And so we just have to thank you for that.
We do. And it not only helps the students, of course, because you know what that does when they have the supplies that they need on the first day of school, but it helps the teachers as well. You don't have to dig as deep. I know you guys are always digging deep into your own resources to make sure that the kids have, and we thank you for that, but we at least wanted to get the school year started off right.
And remember, the donations have not stopped. You know, we've got a lot of stuff coming into the classrooms, not only the backpacks, but teachers, a little surprise, there are going to be some items coming specifically for you two, those items that you need. We've got them. We're going to continue to get them. Because it is our commitment to make sure that every child has what they need and that these teachers are taken care of too, because you have done so much. You know, I was out at Woodcrest Elementary for the second time. The last 2 years I've been out there, the all-round school, doing the clapping. Where's Woodcrest? Where are y'all? Oh, in school. Good point.
She was once a cheerleader.
You know, that's a good point. Somebody's got to teach.
Well,
tell them at Woodcrest that we love them. The kids were so excited to get those backpacks, and the teachers were so excited to see the kids receiving those items, knowing they'd be ready on the first day.
All right, so I want to acknowledge, of course, this district, 51,000 students, but we have to recognize the Columbus Board of Education. So please stand, please, and round of applause, starting with the newest members, Jennifer Adair and James Ragland. That's the kind of energy I'm talking about. Also on the Board of Education, Eric Brown, Shauna Gibbs, Ramona Reyes, and the board's Vice President, Michael Cole.
And with a special message from the board, help us to welcome the President of the Columbus Board of Education, Mr. Gary Baker.
Wow, I never like to follow student performers because they always put me to shame. Didn't they do a marvelous job? Let's give them one more round of applause. So thank you, Monica and Darlene, and we want to thank Channel 4 for Stuff the Backpack. That's an amazing initiative that has helped so many of our students. So thank you, Channel 4, very much for all that you have done with the district. Well, Happy New Year, Columbus City Schools. On behalf of your Board of Education, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Wow, there are really a lot of you here this morning. The fact that we are able to have almost 9,000 people gathered in one room this morning is truly remarkable, and you can feel the energy in the room. The last time we did something like this was actually 2001. Which was actually Dr. Dixon's first year in the district as an assistant principal. I would like to take a moment to briefly recognize my fellow board members. Most of us rode to the convention center this morning on a big yellow bus, and boy, that brought back some memories for me. So our driver, Janet, was awesome. So we had a great time on the bus this morning. We didn't break any rules, so I hope she doesn't get into trouble. We had a good time. So we've already recognized the board, so Vice President Cole and Board Member Adair and Gibbs and Brown and Ragland, I want to thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being here with us this morning. My colleagues and I are dedicated to the mission of our district, ensuring that each student is highly educated, prepared for leadership and service, and empowered for success as a citizen in a global community. This morning, I would like to offer special gratitude to the leaders of our unions and associations with whom we partner every day to keep this district strong. Please join me in recognizing and I'll ask them to stand, John Caniglio, President of the Columbus Education Association. Thank you. Lois Carson, President of the Columbus School Employees Association. President Carson is also president of statewide OPSI, so I wanted to recognize that as well. Debbie Deschanel, president of the Columbus Schools Classified Supervisors Association, is here with us as well. Kim Norman. Yes, thank you for that, Mr. Varner. Kim Norman. Diane Agnes, president of the Columbus Administrators Association. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for the leadership that you all provide to help us get it done every single day. I want to also thank all of our city, county, and state officials that are here with us. They'll be recognized after I provide my remarks, and all of our community partners for joining us in today's celebration. Our district's success relies on all of us working in concert to improve the lives of our students and our entire community. Each new school year brings new opportunities, and we are especially excited about what this year holds for Columbus City Schools. We have a new superintendent, you might have heard, Dr. Talisa Dixon. She is ready to start her first full year back in the district. As you will hear this morning, she has an exciting plan for our district, which includes great expectations for excellence with a focus on engaging, meaningful, and rigorous work in our classrooms. And in case there's any question, Dr. Dixon has the full support of the entire Board of Education. So know that she has our full support. We are excited about this year. She is committed to strengthening all of our partnerships throughout the community, which are critical to creating equitable opportunities for our students at all grade levels and in all buildings across the city. And no matter what your individual role is in Columbus City Schools, whether you're a classroom teacher, a building administrator, safety and security officer, bus driver, food service worker, school psychologist, or any one of the many mission-critical, hear me when I say that, every single job that every single one of you does in this district is mission-critical. We, the Board of Education, are profoundly proud and grateful and appreciative of the hard work that you do every day, your dedication to going above and beyond in service to our students, our families, our community. We can't say thank you enough. But what I would like to say to each and every one of you on behalf of the Board of Education is thank you for all that you do. My colleagues and I are truly grateful to have such a talented and dedicated group of people to work with. Together we can and will achieve our goal of sustained student success for all students. Tomorrow will mark my last first day of school. After 12 years on the board, I'll be retiring at the end of the year. As you probably know, I also would like to recognize W. Shauna Gibbs, who will have spent 13 years on the school board. I'd like to ask Ms. Gibbs to stand up and be recognized. I know we're all excited about the first day of school, and this is a great way to kick off the school year. I want to thank Dr. Dixon for making sure that we did this after almost 20 years. Maybe we do this every year. I don't know, Superintendent. You'll figure it out. I want to wish you all a safe and productive start to the school year. There is nothing more important to the future of our students and our city than the work that you do every day. Thank you so much. Have a great year.
Let's give another big round of applause for Dr. Baker and his years of working with this school and the school board. Just tremendous, the impact that he's had on Columbus, and we thank you so much for that. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child, and it truly takes a city to build a successful school district. Columbus City Schools is very fortunate to have partners in businesses and organizations, neighborhood groups that all step up, those volunteers and civic leaders in the community that make such a difference. And I'm sure in your classrooms and all across the schools, there are examples of people that go above and beyond, that partner with us, that volunteer alongside of you, who make a difference in your lives and in the children's lives and in their families' lives. And this year, the district plans to put a little extra emphasis on really strengthening that and aligning strategic partnerships with the creation of the Office of Engagement. And you can look for more information with this new engagement team coming soon, but this is just going to take it to the next level.
Yeah, so right now we want to talk about those partners that support, that strength, that sometimes, you know, like she said, it takes a village. So we want to recognize some of our elected officials here with us today. Please stand and be acknowledged. State Senator Herschel Craig, State Senator Stephanie Kunze, State Senator Tina Maharath, State Rep David Leland, State School Board Member Dr. Antoinette Miranda, and State Rep Mary Lightbody. Thank you so much.
And also, we want to recognize some of the district's key partners, Battelle for Kids, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Momentum, United Way of Central Ohio, The Ohio State University. Hey now.
And representatives from these organizations,
Yes,
please stand.
please stand. Columbus Rotary, Greater Columbus Convention Center, the NAACP, and Vineyard Church. Please stand and let us applaud you and the work that your organizations do here. It's huge.
Absolutely. And finally, the person at the top of the list is the district's partner in chief and leader of America's Opportunity City, not to mention a graduate of Columbus City Schools, Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther. Where did you graduate from high school? You know you got to start off by telling the truth.
Thank you, guys. Good morning, Columbus City Schools. What a great morning in the city of Columbus that will only be matched by tomorrow morning and a few mornings after that. I am so excited to be with you. It has been 18 years since we've done this. I was in a different role then as Dr. Dixon and maybe many of you. But I want to simply say thank you this morning. Senator Craig and I knew that you need some Tigers and Braves to get you started this morning. But I just want to say thank you to all of the incredible staff that make our schools such special places. Still to this day, at the ripe old age of 44, I know it was the women and men in my grade schools, middle schools, high school, and those that got me there safely every day, that fed me and made sure that I had the best coaching available in this community. It is the women and men in this room that we entrust our most valuable resources to every day. So I say thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do every day in your school buildings, on your buses, and after school. It is the women and men of Columbus City Schools that have probably the most important job in this community. To make sure because the bottom line is the future of America's Opportunity City is in your hands, but you are not at it alone. Your city, your county, your state are all here to partner with you and to support you in your work. So whether it's our Department of Education or Public Safety or neighborhoods, because we know that our teachers, our bus drivers, our custodians, our instructional assistants can't do it all alone. They need parents engaged, and they need their city on their side. And so I am so happy to be with you today. I couldn't be more excited about the beginning of the school year than I am today. Have an incredible year, and I look forward to seeing you in your buildings, in your classrooms, and on your athletic fields, and maybe on your buses during the course of the year. Have a great year, everybody.
Again, everybody, round of applause for the mayor, Mayor Ginther, and all of the districts. Well, the mayor serves as a reminder that for generation after generation, Columbus City Schools had graduated successful young women and men who have broken records, rewritten history books, earned gold medals, championship rings, led companies as CEOs, and led communities as mayor, county commissioner, or state reps.
You know, thinking about that and having East High Tigers here, I don't know how many of y'all have read the book Tigerland. Have you read it? Read it. It should be required reading. I don't know who makes those decisions, but think about it, CCS. But you talk about the incredible people that are woven through the history of just that one school. And this goes across the entire district. So many stories like that of achievement, of breaking barriers, of raising hope. It's a beautiful thing.
And bridging communities.
Absolutely, bringing it all together. And they say that engineers make bridges and artists make painting. Scientists make rockets, but teachers make them all. And that is so true. The impact you have is huge. Everybody in this room has a role in making our community great. Now, we want to take some time to recognize those that have been serving the students longest. Before we do that, though, can I ask, give me a round of applause if you went to Columbus City Schools.
If you graduated from Columbus City Schools and you said, you were so inspired and you said, I gotta go back and do the same thing.
I love that. I love that.
So I want to start this off by saying, while we're celebrating teachers, how many teachers in here, this is your first year teaching?
How many?
How many?
Stand up.
Stand up. Stand up. It's your first year. There we got some. We've got some. We've got some.
Or just your first year working in the district, not just teachers, everyone.
Absolutely. Your first year working in the district, not just teachers, but.
That's a beautiful thing. We hope that you stay here and that you're here for many, many years, like the people that we're getting ready to acknowledge. In fact, right now, if you have worked for the district for 5 years or more, go ahead and stand up.
No, just 5 years.
Just 5 years.
We're going to make this fun.
Yeah,
5 years. 5 years. Okay, we've got some.
5 or more. Stand up.
Stand up, stand up. Okay, how about those 10 years? If you've been with CCS 10 years, not just as a teacher, but working for the system for 10 years, stand up, stand up. 5 and 10 years are standing up.
And now, out of those of you who's been here for 20 years or more, you continue to stand. 20 or more.
Wow! 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 Whoop, 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 whoop!
That's a lot.
Whoop, whoop! Okay, so now, that surprised me with 20.
That's good.
But who's got 25? 25 or 25? I think we should do a 30.
That's good. I mean, there's enough. It's not in our script, but we want to know who's been here for 30 years. Can you stand out if you've been here 30 years?
Wow! It must be something in the water because even at 30 years, you guys are still standing up like whoop, 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 whoop.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
That is amazing. Round of applause again. From 1 year to 30 years, 40 years, I'm impressed.
It's fantastic. It is fantastic. Hey, now whether you are new to Columbus, you know, those first year teachers, or those who have been serving our students for a long time, you are the reason that the city's children continue to improve and to grow, and we cannot thank you enough for fulfilling your commitment to them through education. And now it is time that we hear from one of our Columbus students who will introduce our next two speakers. Please welcome our first student, Bianca Moore, a junior at Eastmoor Academy.
CCS, on behalf of all of your students, thank you for coming to Convocation. Good morning. My name is Bianca Moore, and I'm a junior at Eastmoor Academy. EA, yeah. I've been a student at Columbus City Schools since kindergarten. I started at Berwick Alternative, K through 8. This year, I was selected to participate in the Junior Jumpstart program. It's a way that I can receive college credits in high school. And I'm going to be going to Columbus State Community College. After graduating, I plan to go to The Ohio State University. And I want to study psychology or education. I am very excited about the opportunity to introduce the 21st Superintendent of the Columbus City School District, Dr. Talisa Dixon. Dr. Dixon began her tenure in March 2019 after 5 years leading the Cleveland Heights University Heights City School District in suburban Northeast Ohio. Dr. Dixon previously spent 9 years as an administrator in Columbus City Schools from 2001 to 2010. She served 6 years combined as the principal at Brookhaven High School and at Columbus Alternative High School. She began her career in public education first as a social studies teacher and then as an assistant principal in Akron Public Schools. She was the deputy superintendent for the Saginaw Public School District in Michigan before accepting the superintendent post in Cleveland Heights University Heights in 2014. Dr. Dixon has been recognized both locally and nationally for her leadership in public education. Most recently, Dr. Dixon was named the 2017 to 2018 National Administrator of the Year by the American Heart Association. She was also among 25 female leaders from the nonprofit community who were selected to participate in the 2018 American Association of School Administrators National Women's Leadership Consortium. She is a member of the 10th class of the Education Policy Fellowship Program, and out of 700 graduates, was selected as a recipient of the Educator Inspired to Lead Award. Dr. Dixon was honored as the 2018 Educator of the Year by the City of University Heights, and she was also honored by Dress for Success, Cleveland, with the organization's Walking in Success Honors in 2015. Dr. Dixon has also been recognized nationally for her work in promoting educational equity. In 2016, the U.S. Department of Education honored her and the Cleveland Heights University Heights School District for fully reflecting America's diversity at the highest levels of K-12 schools by equally including students of all backgrounds in advanced placement and international baccalaureate courses. During her time in Northeast Ohio, Dr. Dixon served on the Cleveland Metro American Heart Association Board of Directors, the Governing Board, and the Executive Committee for Minority Student Achievement Network, and the Board of Directors for the Positive Education Program of Cleveland. A native of Oxford, Mississippi, Dr. Dixon received her Bachelor of Arts degree in Sociology from Mississippi Valley State University. She earned 3 Masters of Arts degrees: Sociology, Educational Administration, and Secondary Education, and a Doctor of Education degree in Educational Administration from the University of Akron. Dr. Dixon is a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Please help me welcome Dr. Talisa Dixon.
Thank you, Bianca, for that wonderful introduction. We have amazing students doing extraordinary things in our school district. I am a little overwhelmed. When I walked in last night and saw the space and walked in this morning and saw you, it just literally brought me to tears, and I feel that I am back with the family that I spent 9 years of my career with. And it feels so good right now to see so many of you. So thank you to our student speakers, to the students in the jazz ensemble who provided the prelude, the East High School Drumline, Whetstone High School Marching Band, and let's give all of our students another round of applause and appreciation for joining us this morning. Thank you also, President Baker and Mayor Ginther, for your words of welcome as we celebrate the start of another year in Columbus City Schools. Thank you to Monica Day and Darlene Hill of NBC for serving as our gracious hosts. Let's give them another round of applause, please. And thank you to the Greater Columbus Convention Center for hosting this event today. There's a lot of planning that goes into an event this size, and we appreciate the efforts of everyone who made this day possible. I know it's a big endeavor, one that started even before I arrived. To get everyone across our district together at once. However, I believe it's important that we do this from time to time to reinforce our strengths in numbers. We each may have our own school or our own department that we belong to on a daily basis, but we're all connected by one common goal, and that is to educate the students of Columbus and move this district forward. Since I rejoined Columbus City Schools in March, I have encountered one common question. That is why. Not that it's how is it going, or are you glad to be back, or even do you remember me, Talisa? But it's why did you decide to take on this huge and in their minds seemingly impossible task of serving as the superintendent of Ohio's largest school district. When considering decisions you've made in life, be them big or small, have you ever asked yourself why? Why did you change careers? Why did you get married? Why did you buy another pair of black shoes and you already have 10 pair? Or simply, why did I eat that entire Donato's pizza with extra pepperoni and cheese? Of course, we've all questioned our reasons for the decisions we make. It's human nature to seek out the motivating factors behind where we are in life. Arthur Simon Sinek explores this in his popular book, Start With Why. If you haven't read it, I would encourage you to do so, or to at least watch the online video of his TED Talk of the same name. As Sinek puts it, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. The most successful leaders and the most successful companies start with their why before their what and their how. Why is the thing that inspires us and inspires those around us. In Columbus City Schools, our what is education. We're in the business of educating our community from early childhood to graduation. This is what we do. How we do it is through a holistic approach to education. We provide various levels of support and guidance to our students in the classroom and out. But our why goes beyond our what and our how. Why do you purchase those additional school supplies at the beginning of the school year to make sure all of your students have enough? Why do you bring those extra gloves and hats for students during the winter months? Why do you give extra opportunities to students who've had a challenging time at home and couldn't finish their assignments? Why do you stay late from work to give help or to sign up to lead an after-school student group? As a transportation employee, why do you collect books so that students can read them while riding home from school? Or as a food service member, why do you give that hungry student an extra apple to save for a snack later? Our why in Columbus City Schools is to make a positive difference in the lives of our students. Our why pulls and tugs at our very core because we know the impact and the importance of the life's work that we all have chosen. So when I consider this opportunity and ask myself why are you going to leave the community of students and families that you've come to love for over 5 years? Why are you considering moving away after spending the last 6 months watching your new dream home being built? I know. Why are you walking away from what you believe was a comfortable situation? But I knew comfortable was not the place I was supposed to be. And deep down, I knew it. I had been wrestling with it for some time, and I felt that there was something else I needed to do. You know, many times in my career, people have referred to me as a change agent, someone who can transform an organization through leadership and developing. I don't know that, but I believe in our students. And I'm able to mobilize other people who believe in our students. And together, if we all believe in our students, we can change the present narrative. So, as I considered a new opportunity, no pressure from the board, I kept asking myself, is this me? Am I comfortable in my situation? Or have I truly been called to take on a new challenge and use my leadership abilities to affect change? Do I have more to give? Do I believe that together we can make a difference? So think about when you wanted to move from a teacher for teaching kindergarten to first grade. No, that's not a good example because kindergarten teachers never leave the kindergartners. Where are my kindergarten teachers? Let's give a round of applause for those kindergarten teachers. They love the babies. They love them. Okay, so how about the second grade teacher who wants to loop with the class to third grade? Or the teacher who one day wants to work in curriculum or administration? Or the transportation employee who begins as a driver and decides to become a supervisor? Or the human resource managers who decide they want to become teachers? Or consider the retired staff members who after 30 years, they keep coming back for more. You all, everyone in this room, decided that you had more to give to our students and our families, to the organization, and to the community. So deep down inside, I knew I had more to give too. So I said yes. Yes to the opportunity to return to Columbus City Schools, where I spent 9 amazing years of my career with the beloved staff of the now closed Brookhaven High School and that special place, Columbus Alternative High School, which we affectionately call CAUS. Those 2 places were my family for 9 years. So knowing your why makes the what possible. My why is I knew I had more to give. And I know across our district, we all have more to give as well. More to give to our students, our families, and our colleagues. You've seen all around the convention center today signage with the symbol, with the plus symbol. education plus inspiration, plus imagination, plus friendship, plus grit. Let's watch the following video that explains how in Columbus City Schools, our why goes beyond just education. Thank you. The 50,000 students who will walk through our doors tomorrow need us. They need us to do more than provide a curriculum. They need our love, our support, our dedication to ensuring that their needs will be met, and that every day they will be inspired and challenged to do more themselves. So this is why we all are here today, in one space, one purpose, one family, to be reminded of our why. And no one person can do this work alone. It takes each and every one of us, regardless of our positions, our background, or our status. We are joined together because we've chosen this life's work to make a difference in the lives of our students. So now that we understand our why, it's easy to get to the what and the how. So I want to take a few minutes to outline our priorities for the upcoming school year. 4 strategic goals will guide our work across the district. And within each of these goals, I've identified 2 or 3 priorities to focus on this year. This will be a 1-year focus because our main priorities would be to engage a national consultant that would guide us through a community and stakeholder visioning, exercise, and strategic planning process that would help shape our district's near and long-term plans. Our mission. As we begin this work in earnest, our mission statement will remain the same. Each student is highly educated, prepared for leadership and service, and empowered for success as a citizen in a global community. So our goal 1 is focused on academic performance. Each of our students will reach their full potential, graduates ready, prepared to attend college, serve in the military, start a business, or enter the workforce. In terms of improving student outcomes, we would need to create a renewed focus on literacy and numeracy, especially in early childhood and the younger grades. We also need to focus on improving our graduation rate. We need to ensure that the young adults who leave our schools do so prepared to succeed no matter which route that they choose to pursue. In order to improve academic outcomes from students, this year we will be focusing on making gains in literacy, numeracy, and graduation rate. One of our key drivers behind these efforts start with our academic structure. Many of you already know that I've decided to reorganize our schools into 6 regions, each which are led by an area superintendent. This in no way means that we want to have 6 mini school districts. We would need to establish the CCS way, no matter what school or what region you belong to. We want to set up all regions up for success and will be equitable in education opportunities and delivery. Each region will have designated staff supports in key areas, and our area superintendents will be empowered to guide and direct these supports to schools in ways that are meaningful, that are meaningful and address the concerns and amplify the strengths. I know at the heart of this effort is the work happening in the classroom. Our teachers are on the front line daily, and they are the ones who are driving the academic outcomes for our students. Please know that your efforts do not go unnoticed. We love, respect, and support all of our teachers and the great work that they do to drive our students forward. Let's give our teachers a round of applause. Go to centers on culture and climate. Our district creates safe, student-centered, innovative learning environments. We want to strengthen our safety and security measures across the district through strategic staffing, training, and analysis. I'm sure many of you have heard in the news that we hired additional 31 safety and security officers this year. Will our safety and security team please stand? Thank you. This would certainly be a welcome addition to schools across the district. But we just cannot add just safety personnel. These individuals must be caring personnel. They must show that they care about our students. We need people who can build relationships with our students while at the same time ensuring that our buildings are safe and secure. We also want to create warm and welcoming environments in our buildings with renewed focus on customer service. Customer service. Culture means everything. It is important the environments in our building reflect a student-centered and family-centered focus. Everyone should feel welcome when they walk through your doors. Everyone. So I say to those many secretaries out there, thank you for providing service with a smile and making sure that our buildings are operating efficiently. Goal 3 is focused on talent management. Our district recruits, develops, and retains world-class educators and staff. Our staff and human resources will develop a recruitment plan that allows the district to attract talented and highly qualified teachers and staff. Our students deserve highly qualified and dynamic educators in the classroom, and I am so proud that we already have them in Columbus City Schools. But we recognize that we are in a competitive market. There are so many school districts across Central Ohio, and we need to do more to make sure that we are attracting the best teachers, the best administrators, and the best overall staff for our schools. And more importantly, once we get them, making sure we train them and ultimately retain them as teachers and staff for many years to come. Goal 4 centers on accountability and engagement. Our district is accountable to the communities and the stakeholders, and confidence in our district and our schools is maintained through strategic, responsible, and transparent leadership. We want to be intentional in our stakeholder engagement, which most importantly includes our families. They want and need to be a part of this work. We must create a culture where families are heard and feel welcome and engaged. Our goal is to empower our families and our partners and give them the tools and supports that they need to make sure that their students have a great pathway to success. So these priorities that I've outlined for you will be at the heart of our work for this school year. Just four priorities this year. And this will be a heavy lift to accomplish all that we have set out to do. And we need each and every person in this room pulling in the same direction in order to be successful. We need every person not only to understand that what we do or how we do it, but ultimately why we do it. So as your superintendent, I know my why, and I will work every day to keep at the forefront of my decision-making, keep it in the forefront of my decision-making. I am humbled by the opportunity to lead this organization and to serve the students and the families of Columbus alongside you. I am grateful that I am back with my CCS family, who, for 9 years, nurtured and supported me personally and professionally. And I am excited to partner with our teachers and all of our staff, our city leaders, our nonprofit partners, our families, and our community connectors, who are just as committed as I am in making Columbus City Schools a national model of urban education. Thank you.